Well, welcome back to another Dynodaze video, and as you can see, with some lovely gold alloys, this is a championship white FN2 Civic. It's got some modifications, which we will list towards the end of the video. But yes, we're going to map this today on the stock ECU using Ecutek software and see what we make out of it. So here we go.
It's always nice to see a championship white FN2 because I used to have one of these.
You didn't have one of these?
No, this is a MUGEN, to be fair.
Yeah, number 184 to be precise.
That's yeah, it's a nice car. It is a nice car. I think the wheels suit it. Yeah, it's just a nice motor. Now, it could have had some better modifications, but we have got, and what we always say is we map the car to the best of their ability, each car on its own merit.
Yeah, for sure, definitely, 100%. You can only map with what you're presented with, as we always say.
A Dynodaze induction kit,
which we know is not the best.
We know we could do better than that.
It's cheap, but it's not the best. But saying that, Tegra are now doing a cheap, in my opinion, induction kit, but it's 3-inch and it's a good bore size, and you get battery relocation and other things. So
available on the website.
Yeah, so I think that there's no real excuse for the Dynodaze one, in my opinion. Now,
no, I agree.
Not with that out there. I appreciate the Dynodaze was cheap, but also the new Tegra one is also cheap. So I think if I was choosing,
it's like 275 quid.
Yeah, if I was choosing out of the two, I definitely wouldn't be buying the Dynodaze at that point. I'd be buying the.
We definitely put our money in Johnny's pocket for that one.
Yeah, still maintain the same, that the Tegra 70mm is the best exhaust, or best value for money slash best exhaust.
This is on a Martellius.
But this is on a Martellius, which, to be fair, we've seen a few times and don't think is the best, do we?
It's loud.
It's loud and it's expensive. but
Yeah.
that doesn't necessarily mean that it's
Good couple of £100 more than the 70mm.
Yeah.
Which is a bigger bore size.
Yeah. So it doesn't.
Oh, it sounds like we're blowing smoke up Johnny's bottom.
No, it doesn't necessarily.
They're good parts, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, it makes no difference to us what we promote or whatever. But we're only going to give an honest review of the products. I think the exhaust and the induction kit is where it's held us back today. We started at 218, I think we started at, and we finished at like 219.
I think
we didn't
it's 219 and 219 peak power. We've made our gains that we would expect in the mid-range just from the map, and obviously it's got the.
We made a little bit of wheel horsepower at the top end, haven't we?
Yeah.
To be fair, it's sort of low, it table-topped and then tailed off at the top end. We have continued and held power across the top. So whilst the peak power is not actually
Cam time in?
a little bit, yeah. I mean, we haven't actually made any more peak power because it's made peak power by that point.
Yeah.
But we've actually held peak power to the end instead of it tailing off. So yeah, we have made improvements there for sure at the top end, although the peak numbers haven't risen. I think basically this car made its mods. Well, made its power based on its mods, and then those mods then held it back from making more power on the map.
Yeah, once you've dialed the fuel in, that is what you're getting, isn't it?
Yeah, once you've got fuel, ignition timing and cam timing dialed, that is it. So, I mean, that's where we were, basically. We've got it dialed in, and it wasn't going to make any more. I believe that, obviously, coupled with the induction kit and the exhaust have both held it back, probably more the induction kit than the exhaust.
Well, he's a local lad, and I'm sure we'll see this motor again. We've got a Honda meet coming up soon, last Saturday of every month. So if anybody wants to come down and say hello, last Saturday of every month is our meet here for Hondas. So I'm sure we'll see this car again. Moving forward, like you say, induction kit probably.
Yeah, probably a better induction kit. And obviously the problem is that people spend a lot of money on these exhausts, and then you sort of say to them it's not the best. And that sort of, I can understand that upsets people, but if they're happy with the numbers they've got,
absolutely, because this is going to drive better. Like I say, he's now got the switchable maps and the auto blip down throttle and the flat foot shifted and the adjustable launch control.
I mean, where you could make more power in this car, and probably make more power, is by changing the inlet manifold. So by changing the inlet manifold, the induction kit, you would see what you would gain then before changing the exhaust. In my opinion, I think that would pump it up quite.
And we'd say RRC if someone's going to save their money.
100%. That's where they. That's where it is right now with these.
It made some nice flames, which is obviously my favourite part of the video. Every week, every day, three times a day.
Sometimes 4.
Sometimes 4. Never. No. On a few occasions.
Yeah, a few occasions
we've had a chippy tea, haven't we?
Yeah, done 4.
But three's nice. But yeah, so this is our first job complete of the day. Next up,
well, first job of the week.
Oh, yeah, it's only Monday. Yeah,
it's only Monday. It's only, first job of the day, first job of the week.
Yeah, it's only Monday. We've got an EP3 on the ramp for full health checks and a service.
We've got a Mitsubishi Colt for clutch.
Yeah, extreme stage 2 clutch and Dynodaze lightened flywheel.
We've got Gary's in that's had an injector problem again on a Colt, didn't we? That kept having a random misfire.
Pink injectors.
So we've swapped some injectors out this morning and
to keep him on the road, and ordered some Bosch.
Yeah, we've got some Bosch 550s, haven't we? Because we changed on the Colts the Bosch 550s because we were having trouble with the pinks. They're all old, you know what I mean?
Just to explain that, the pink injectors from a Scooby. So best case scenario is they're 15 years old. Worst case scenario, there was a lot of fakes, weren't there?
Yeah, we all ended up all of a sudden with a load of fakes on eBay, didn't we? Like cheap, like 50 quid, 100 quid. And they were having problems. Now, obviously, we sort of know this car of old, so we believe that they are genuine pinks that were in there, but
they were second-hand
when they
went in.
Yeah, they were second-hand when they went in, so obviously we think it's had a problem. So we actually had another set of pinks here that we keep as just a get us out of trouble if there is a problem with, if someone's got one. So we put them in to keep Gary on the road, and we've ordered a set of Bosch 550s that we will be fitting and then mapping on.
Yeah, we like fitting the 550s to the FN2s as well, and we like fitting 1000cc Bosch injectors to boosted applications on FN2s.
That's generally what we stick with, isn't it? We stick with the RDX for like just cams and NA tuning. We stick,
which is a genuine Honda part.
If they're going on to do like K24 Franks, we usually stick with the 550s, and then if we're into boosted applications, we stick with the 1000s. So we sort of that's
never had a problem. I mean, in all the years, we've never had a problem with a Bosch a Bosch injector. No. We've got a great supplier of them, He's a great guy, very helpful. So yeah, we've
We
never
always
had
stick
an
to
issue.
what we stick to what we know, because at the end of the day, you're not going to have a problem if you know the product.
Correct. Now, later on in the week, we've got a. If anyone's interested, later on in the week, we are doing a welly cooler install on a K1 Leon.
Yeah, K1 Leon.
We've done one before for this customer.
We'll get some pictures and do some.
We'll make a video of that for sure. We've done one before, and then that one's off to our friends at Artec for mapping, because we don't map Leons and Golfs unless the diesel.
Well, no, to be fair, the 2 litre TFSI stuff, that's what Nick does, ain't it? So that's why they go around there.
He is the best at what he does.
Well, when you do something all day, every day, that's always going to be your best work, ain't it?
Is that why he's such a goblin?
Yeah, maybe. Right, should we have a look at this graph?
Let's do it.
Okay, so here's the graph, and as you can see, as we were saying, we've made some power here in the mid-range. Red line is as she came in, blue line is as she leaves, and then it's table topped off here, but we've made some wheel horsepower. But realistically, the figures at the end are very, very similar. Peak, and we finish on 200. I'm calling that 219 brake at 187 at the wheel. So there you go, another one in the bag, a beautiful white Mugen. Absolutely love this car. Like I say, he's a local lad, so hopefully we'll see him again. Code word, it's going to be Mugen, isn't it? So stick Mugen in the comments below if you bothered to get this far in the video. Thank you very much for your support, and we'll see you on the next one, won't we, Rich?
Well, indeed.
We will indeed.
Before, and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.